I'm waiting for someone who say it's a shit album. No, I'm
C'est de la
waiting for
merde.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
waiting,
yeah.
really.
Today I have Claude and Richard in France. They are from a band called Sloane Square Band. They have their third album out. It's called Thoughts. Came out, I think it was this year, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they are a progressive rock band. I guess you might call them neo-progressive. I've been enjoying the album. I will say quickly my impressions. I've listened to the album through about 2 or 3 times now, and it does remind me of a few different progressive rock bands because I'm a huge progressive rock fan. Alan Parsons Project it reminded me of. It reminded me of Pink Floyd, a little bit of ELP even,
Yeah.
and oh, actually, it reminds me a little bit of Tears for Fears or
Okay.
Yeah.
Roland Orzabal, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
So those were my impressions. It's very accomplished sounding. Like it's not in the slightest bit amateur. It sounds like it's everything about it. The musicians top tier musicianship. The vocals are amazing. Richard, I'm looking forward to talking to you, Richard, about your singing, and Claude about your songwriting. And you both work on the lyrics. Claude's also a guitarist. Where should
Okay.
we start?
Uh,
Wherever you like, Dean.
Okay. Now, of course, you guys are not the only two members of the band. It's a
No.
six-member band, right?
Yeah.
6, 7, exactly. Yeah.
How did the band begin? Of course, there's a little bit of a background story. Maybe Claude, you could touch on that, how the band started
Yeah.
out.
So the band started in 72, and then when I joined them, how do you call this in English? The military, because it was an obligation in 78. The band split up, disappeared. And when I came back, well, each member of the band has been everywhere in France, and we were young. We were young. And in 2015, my wife got a cancer, and I wanted to do something for that, and I rebuild up the Sloane Square Band exactly with new members, and I have the pleasure to meet Richard and many professional musicians. And we started again in 2016 exactly. And now we have a new lineup and a great musician. And Richard joined the band as also a co-writer for the lyrics, exactly, because he's so amazing regarding his career well, it's a great band. Yeah, we are.
And have you been performing live?
Yes, yes. We don't do many. What do you call it? Stage scene? Well, with
Live
many
performances.
live. Yeah, we are going to do that because we were on focus first to make a great album, because accepting that there are good musicians. We have also a good sound engineer, producer, which is Steve Forward. Steve Forward was a producer of Ray Charles and Paul McCartney, and Tears for Fears also, and many other ones. So he's a magician of the band. I mean, he's not in the band, but he's a producer, the artistic producer, exactly.
Honestly, I was kind of swept away by the album, and just because how accomplished it sounds. There's something about it that's very mature. I don't know. I'm not sure why that word comes to mind, but it's relaxing to listen to. It's unhurried. It unfolds kind of like, just a naturally unfolding. It's not in your face. And the singing, the vocals are absolutely amazing. Let's talk a little
Oh, yeah.
about your singing there.
Well, thanks, Steve.
Richard,
That's
yeah.
kind.
Fantastic vocals, man. What
Thank
what
you.
a
Thank you.
and your voice has an eternally youthful sound to it, a tone
Well,
to it.
it's almost a miracle. No,
So
but
tell me about
yeah, that comes from the family. Like everyone I have brothers that sing. I have sisters, that sing also. My father used to sing, not professionally, but he won many singing contests. My mother also was a good singer and also a dancer, and so that like I guess it's in the genes, So basically, I never took any singing lessons. I mean, I've been singing a lot of musicals and did a lot of studio singing also as a studio singer in Montreal, and doing a lot of publicity stuff. Singing for TV, publicity spots, and and doing a lot of backup singing. So did a lot of musicals also in Europe. I've been singing for many years now. Yeah, and also yet the voice is still there, which is almost a miracle. I usually when people get older, singers get older, they lower the keys, but I don't. I sing in the same key. I've been singing the same key since the age of 18 years old.
Amazing.
And may I say something? We have choose Richard because we wanted also a singer like the band, the English band called Marillion. Yeah, the number two. I don't remember his name, and we wanted something theatrical. You see, we didn't want a singer for a singer. We wanted also, something like a theater. You know what I mean? Not an opera singer, but a guy that have a theatrical. Yeah. Thank you for helping me.
Well, it's my pleasure, Claude.
Well, tell me a bit about your vocal inspirations then. Like what singers do you look up to, or?
Oh my God, so many. It's always, when they ask you this question, nothing comes to mind. But
yeah,
I have a hell of a lot of people I look up to.
Well,
I like Peter Gabriel. I'm a big fan of Gabriel. That's for sure. Comment, Brigitte? Well, yeah, that's another bag. Tony Bennett, of course, I enjoy also. I like his phrasing. I like the way he puts out the words. I'm a great fan of Zappa, Frank Zappa, of course.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That surprises me.
I have all that influence, even the Stones, the Beatles, Cream. I remember the band Cream I used to listen to. I really enjoyed it. So there are so many.
Okay.
But, I bring that up. I internalize it all those groups, and I come up with something that's, I guess, is my sound. I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And what about you, Claude? What are your musical inspirations, even as a songwriter or a guitarist?
Oh, well, first of all is I'm a real fan of Pink Floyd, of course. You can hear some flavors in the album, and in this album we have the pleasure to have Guy Pratt from Pink Floyd, the bassist. He played on the album with us, and of course my first inspiration is Pink Floyd. It's also Marillion, yeah, and like Richard, Beatles, the Stones, yeah. It's my first inspiration, yes.
The Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We're from that era. We're from that era.
Yeah. What is on the horizon then for the Sloane Square Band? What are you up to right now? What are your plans?
Well, right now we're rehearsing. We're in the rehearsal. We just brought in a new solo guitar player. Philippe. He's called Philippe Calfon. He's from Paris. Very, very good rock guitarist. And we're rehearsing basically, and we have a few gigs coming up, and we're aiming for also to play in Paris and also London, and eventually do how do you say, a lancement, put out the album in Quebec, and do a couple of shows in Quebec. And Claude, I think you have other information also.
Yeah, for 2026, our project is to go in Canada, of course, and also we have a good connection with Whiskey A Go Go in Los Angeles, and we want to.
Yeah,
we love to play. We need to be very ready. We need nearly 2 years to build up this album. We need 2 years of work, because except that there are the original band member of the band, but we need a violence, we need extra musician like Guy Pratt, Johnny Jamison, and others. So it takes a very long time to well, nearly 2 years. We are nearly ready for a tour. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you got that. You caught that, Dean. But we had Guy Pratt play on the album. You know, he played with Pink Floyd, and now he's touring with avec qui l'on sait qui.
David Gilmour.
By Gilmour, he's touring with Gilmour now. But he played on the album, which was
amazing.
A beautiful
yeah.
gift.
Yeah, that is amazing. It's nice to make that connection. It sort of completes this completes the circle for you. So tell me.
Guy Pratt has played with Michael Jackson, with Madonna, with all this stuff, and well, it's a good thing for us.
Yeah.
He brought a lot. He brought a lot to the album for sure.
Well, tell me a little about then the album as far as the songwriting. How I know you guys are working both together on lyrics in the album, and Claude, you're the main songwriter. Tell me a little about how the album. How you write, basically. What's your process?
First, it's, I don't know the word in English, I think that is nearly the same. It's autobiographic.
Autobiographical.
Yeah.
Okay. Autobiographical.
So,
right. There you go.
I write a page, I write a melody, and then I ask to my musician, my friends, and also my producer to make the cooking.
An arrangement. Arrange it.
And the arrangement and the maximum is due to Richard, because Richard he has set up the words, the poesy.
I sort of like revamped the lyrics, and I understood what Claude was trying to say, and I revamped it in English, you know, because basically Claude is a French musician, and so I reworked the lyrics.
Okay, there's a question I have. Now, you guys are based in France, so why is it normal for bands to make music in English, or is this an unusual thing that you're performing and singing in English in France?
Well, a lot of bands here perform in French, of course, but also in English. You know, it's not we're not the only ones doing that sort of thing. But Claude, how would you respond to that, Claude?
So first, in the first time, the beginning of the 70s, we sung in French, but now French music is not an important market. If you want to play in Germany, if you sing in French, it doesn't work. So, and also the reason why Richard is with us is because he's a real English style singer, and we prefer for our music to sing in English because it's more easy for us if we are to play in England or in Quebec as we in Canada, as we are hoping in UK, in Germany, whatever. You sing in French, they are expecting more than Charles Aznavour or old French singers. You see, for rock, the sound of the rock is English. Well, we had French bands that sing in French, but now it's old. It's over. It's over.
He's right. You know, like when we go, if we want to go play in London, I mean, you know, there's no use in doing it in French. You have to do it in English. And in Germany, it's the same thing. You know, when you're touring.
So when you when you record your album, like Claude, when you start writing, you mentioned you write, you notate, like you do notes on the paper. You don't do you don't do like a recording, just a quick demo or something like that, or.
Of course, there's always a demo after, but at the beginning, I have my own inspiration. First, it's a text that make my inspiration, and then, I write the song, and I ask Richard to to clean the words and to change. And for the music, I make the basic melody, and I have my arrangers that do the rest, because, well, and each one of the band make his own inspiration also.
It's a group thing, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little about your group, because I know there are two ladies in the band. You've got a drummer, one of the women who is singing and also doing flute, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's, well, you can say it, Richard. It's much better.
Yeah, it's Melanie. Melanie's a flute player. And also she does backups. She's part of the band.
Yeah, we have a great drummer also.
Oh yeah, Tony. Tony's a great.
Tony. We have also a fantastic bassist, Alex.
Alex, who's from Corsica, who's a fantastic bass player.
Yeah, the group is a mix between young and old people.
Yeah. Older people, not old.
Yeah, sorry. It's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. It's the same with Gilmore, who's on tour right now. His video. Is that his daughter singing with him?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's his daughter. It's and Brian Ferry also is a mix. It's a mixed band between old and young, which is great.
Yeah, which is great. It's fantastic. We get along really well, and everyone appreciates everyone. Like each and every one of us appreciate each other. Really, they're very good musicians.
And as you know, Dean, as you can see, we are not a heavy metal band.
No. You got there's one song on the album that's more of a rocker.
Fishes.
Yeah. But more or less, it's that is more of an exception. And well, I've noticed when talking about the generations, when we grew up, I imagine we're kind of similar generations. It would have been strange for us to have an older and younger mixed together. Whereas nowadays, it seems to me that the younger generation completely has so much respect. And like even my own children say, Dad, all the best music came out in the last century, in the 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s. Okay. That was the best music, and anything that's really great now is sort of underground. It's sort of like what you're doing, like a lot of progressive rock music, even just rock music. A lot of it is sort of like it's just going on in the background. In the foreground, you have all this sweet, slick pop. Nothing against Taylor Swift, but thank God she's playing a guitar at least. But a lot of the music. I mean, it was always like that, though, right? Even in the old days, the top 40, there was always some bands that were just like commercial garbage, right? So that's never really changed. But it's nice that the generations can mix and appreciate what's happened. And how do you guys feel about the music industry? Of course, you've seen it go from the gatekeepers, the record companies, to now anybody and everybody can release their music. How does it look to you?
Well, of course, it has changed immensely. The business, the music business, for sure. What can I say about it? I don't know. I'm still discovering it. CDs. You don't even have CD players in cars anymore. Nobody buys CDs anymore. It's all streaming now. It's I don't know where it's going basically, but it's.
That's the reason maybe that there are so many concerts now, because well, in a certain way, we are a bit disappointed about the situation since nearly 20 years now. Yeah. When I've heard that you have children, Dean, and they are always with their iPhone, and if they listen 7 seconds, it's a maximum sometimes, and they screw, they change. Yeah. Well, it's another story. It's another, well. We don't. Personally, I don't appreciate.
No, I don't either.
I prefer that when there were producers that they find a good band or a good singer in the middle of nowhere, and they say, yes, that's one. Now we say in French, on fait notre route. We do our own, and we will see what will happen. Yeah,
exactly.
But I'm well on my side. I'm not happy with the music, actually, for sure.
The business side of it, for sure. No.
Yeah, and the business also. Yeah.
And what the young kids are listening to today, there's a lot of stuff that I don't appreciate. Of course not. But then again, I have a friend of mine. His son came home. I think it was a few months ago. He says, "Dad, I discovered a new band," and he says, "Yeah, what's the name?" Led Zeppelin. Oh my God! All right, Led Zeppelin, of course. Yeah.
What is good also that these youngs have a certain respect for the music, as you said, for the music of the last 30 years before the 2000. That's true. Yeah. My daughter, she's 22 now, and she said, "Wow, what a music!" And she always said, "Do you know this song? Do you know this song?" Yes, I know from the 80s.
Heard them before.
Well, there's an hope on that. A hope.
We're almost out of time for the interview. I really appreciate you guys talking to me, and from France. It's really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to continue to follow what the band is doing. And
thank you so much, Dean, for this interview. Thank you so much. We appreciate very well that you're in touch with Anne-Claire Rallo, I think, now, or is it from?
Yeah, Anne-Claire.
Because Bad Dog Promotion is our distributor for the band and for the album. Our album, I want to say one thing, is a great album.
It is. It is.
Yeah. No, I just say that because everybody, well, no difference between age, kind of people, well, they all say that's a great album. I'm waiting for someone who say it's a shit album. No, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting, really. Richard, we haven't heard one, I don't know, one paper, one press in the press, or
nothing negative.
Nothing negative.
Yeah.
And in France, it's complicated sometimes.
Yes.
Right.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to playing in Canada. Yeah, going back there to Canada and do some shows there would be fantastic. That would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Okay, guys, thanks so much for the interview, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And sorry to
thank you
that you cut your sleep for us.
No, I'm up now. I feel wide awake.
Thank you so much, Dean.
All right, you've energized me. Okay, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.